So the next question that we're going to deal with is pre-listing inspections. Traditionally, the home inspection industry has been driven by sales, where prospective purchasers interested in finding out if the house of their dreams really is the house of their dreams, they like to get it checked out by a professional. And that seems like a logical thing to do, and because there really is no such thing as a perfect house, there's always something. And oftentimes people have a connection. They have a brother who's a carpenter or a friend who's a handyman, and decide to get their relative or their friend to come and have a look at the house. And sometimes a few things are discovered, but that's not to be confused with a real professional inspection by someone who's performed thousands of inspections, has the required equipment, the training, the certification, and knowledge. And with so much money at stake when people are buying a house, it's really quite imprudent to impose upon a friend or a relative. And how is that person going to feel if they do miss something? And you end up buying the house and finding out later that there's $20,000 worth of drain tiles to fix, or a roof that, I'm sure an electrician knows a lot about wiring, but what do they know about roofs? What does a carpenter know about hazardous materials? And so on. So you really need a professional building inspection. But what we've noticed lately in the past few years, coming up more and more frequently, is that not only are buyers engaging the service of an inspector, but more frequently, as I say, sellers are deciding in advance to consider having an inspection done before they list their house for sale, and try to deal with any of the concerns at their own time and convenience. Because no matter how beautiful your home may be, and even recently constructed, there is just literally no such thing as perfect. There's always something, usually not anything major, but at the very least, the kind of things that we're happy to learn about before the sale transacts, then discover on our own later. So with older houses, sometimes we find vermiculite in the attic, an asbestos form of insulation. Sometimes the perimeter drains have a problem. And it seems like the real estate sales process inadvertently is designed to maximize the anxiety at the 11th hour, where a house is listed for sale. It's shown, someone becomes interested and makes an offer. The offer is typically subject to inspection and subject to financing. They usually get the financing subject satisfied first, confirm that they actually can get a mortgage to buy that house. And these conditions being open typically for a week, a few days is used up with the financing. Then we have a few days to get an inspection done. And at the 11th hour, maybe there's only 48 hours left before they have to either commit to buying the house or walk away. The inspector finds a half a dozen issues, and now we're running around anxiously trying to get a quote for a roof or trying to get a review by a hazmat company, and it really creates a lot of anxiety, apprehension, and distress. Conversely, if the seller has the inspection done first, then these issues will be discovered, and at the seller's convenience and comfort, they can decide with the consultation of their realtor whether to have these issues addressed, have them simply disclosed, or whatever else they might think to be the appropriate treatment. This is very helpful because when an offer comes along and it's disclosed that the roof is tired and may only last another couple of years, if that was discovered during the pre-purchase inspection, it would then become a point of negotiation. But we remove a great deal of the items that would tend to knock the price down during renegotiation by having the inspection done in advance. And then, of course, also most sellers, I think it would be fair to say, sincerely want to pass their home on to the new people in good faith and good trust, and hope that the new people enjoy the home as much as they have. And it just kind of double checks any kind of issues that might come up and might exist for that reason as well.